Hey everyone, today I'm going to teach you guys how to link your bank account onto QuickBooks Online. Okay, before we get started though, you're probably wondering, okay, why do we need to link our QuickBooks and our bank account together? Okay, and the answer to that is that when we link our bank account onto QuickBooks Online, all the transactions, all your income, all your expenses, right, it automatically gets flown into the system right here, right? So then that way all you have to do is just categorize what transaction it is as you see here, okay? And the reason why that's important is that if you guys are familiar with the older version of QuickBooks, Desktop and QuickBooks Enterprise, right? Back then, right, someone had to manually type in all the dates, someone had to manually type in all the payee, someone had to manually type in the expense category that was the amount and what and whatnot. And you had to do that over and over and over and over again for all the transactions, right? So in a given month, right, if let's say you have 300 transactions in that given month, someone back then had to manually type in all 300 transactions, right? And thankfully these days, now with new technology, you can literally just link your account, all the transaction gets flown in, and all you have to do is just put in whatever category it's for, as you see right here. Okay, but to get started though, obviously you're gonna log on to QuickBooks Online, right? You're gonna hover over to the bank transaction screen right here on accounting, right? And then you're gonna move over right here to link account, right? And now once you click on that, it's gonna load, right? You're gonna look up the bank account that you have, so go ahead. So I'm gonna put in mine right now. Okay, and then once you get signed in, right, QuickBooks is gonna prompt you to pick out like, okay, which bank account or which accounts within your bank that you want to include. So you're just gonna pick accordingly as is, right? Okay, and then now that you selected which account you want to bring over to QuickBooks, right, you're gonna go right here, add new, right? In my situation, right, this is just my credit card account right here, right? So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type in, give me one second. Okay, so I called this account Bank of America CC ending in 1155. The account type is a credit card because that's what it is. And then we're going to save it. Okay. And now this is the last part. This is probably the most important part right here, okay? It's going to ask you, when do you want the data starting to come from, okay? If you want the data only for this year, you're going to put only for this year. However, if you're doing the bookkeeping for this year and last year, you're going to put that as well. Or if your bank even allows it, you're going to put in whatever custom date you need necessary for your books, for whatever current year that you're using. All right, once you get that connected, you should see that right there. It should prompt up, and then now you should have all your transaction for whatever date you specified it for. Your last step after that, obviously, is you're just gonna look at the transaction, right? And then you just categorize it for what it is. And let's say for this example, right? It's Amazon. We know that supplies and materials, so we're just gonna change that account to supplies and materials. And you just continue doing it, so on and so forth for all the transactions. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to comment below or shoot us a DM.